So this look, some hairstylist friends of mine nicknamed it the Nancy. This look ended up in my portfolio from another bride, and every bride for a year requested this exact updo. It's very pretty, very soft. We start with a pin cushion. So I'm going to first just take out from a little above the occipital and up, take that out of the way, section out 1 inch. Ease. And you want this to be very, very low. So when you start doing the bun for a pin cushion, it just wants to go higher. You gotta push it low. You gotta fight it. You want it to lay at the low occipital and lower. So I just did the bun. Now I pin the pin cushion in. Starting down here. This whole updo is all braids, but you won't see a single braid. So braid that fast. And then when I pick it up into here, those braids basically just make it look like little curls, and it holds itself together. Oh, I hate mannequin hair. So I'm just going to braid that one halfway and pin and do a little twist with this hair and pin. I'm not worrying about the ends yet. Take the side, braid halfway and pull it apart, pull it back, and pin. Keep those ends. You can either braid those ends or twist them. I'm just doing a little twist right now. And I'll just keep on kind of filling in space and pin that into place. Braid over here. This is a great look on blonde hair and highlighted hair because you can see all the texture in it. And just twisting softly. And pin. And take down some of this crown section. Tease a little bit. I'm going to braid this whole thing. And now, just pick that up a little bit. I'm going to pull down their sides so it rounds it out. depending on how fine the hair is, you might need to hide those pins as you put them in for this section. Her hair, I don't have to. And now braid or twist these pieces. A lot of my updos, I pull everything back first and then pin in the remaining hair. This I pin as I go to create a little bit more volume and a little bit more curl. This updo will also take me longer than others, so don't suggest it first. Not if you're on a time crunch. For a bride, yes, because it's all about the bride, but for bridesmaids, no, not unless I show you the photo. Pull down the rest of the crown. I'm also pulling a little bit of that side section because I just want everything to blend softly. And whenever I tease, I make sure I smooth it out well. I also do have product in there. I have the Power Play. And just a little braid. If you want it, you can, make it so you can see a little bit more of that texture in that braid. Her hair you really wouldn't because it's brown. Brown hair is not really very good for seeing curl and texture. So see, when I push it there, I push it up a little bit to get more of a round. And then take my pins. I don't want these to completely show, so I'm not going straight across. I'm kind of taking those braided pieces and then going straight up and into the updo. One did it. Usually you probably need 2 or 3. And I'm going to braid this softly. I'm going to separate it a little bit. You don't ever want it to look braided. The braids are really only to hold the curls together, so the updo is less likely to fall out. Okay, so now the whole back is done. And now move on to the heavier side. Whenever I'm pulling sides back, I always do in diagonal sections. So I just took it from here, straight to there. That didn't work. Put this out of the way. And I'm going to separate that and do the top, tease a little bit. And I'm just going to softly pin it back. When I put that pin in, I went straight into the way it came from. And I'm going to do the same here. Now I want the sides to help pick up her jawbone, so I'm going to kind of go up. So I'm going to go up a little bit and pin that up in here. And always be mindful, I don't want any gaps. But I also do have an entire section that's going to be covering this. Like that. And and pinned it the way it came from. Now I'll take this, do a little twisting. I could also wait until I get one more section back and braid all three. You know, that's what I'm actually going to do. I'm just going to take this part to the side. Just a little bit of teasing because we want it to be soft. And I pinned it up into here. Now I'll take all three of these, take this fuzzy out of my hair. And braid, loosen it. And then I kind of just twist the braid and let it fall where it wants to fall. And I want to fill in all the gaps. And now I hold my hand really tight to her head with holding that section, and now I try to find that hair that I'm holding and meet it to her head with the pin. So I'm going in both directions. And then before moving on with this, I'm going to go onto this side. Another diagonal section. And this can actually just go back together. Little tease. And remember, we're picking it up. I also want to kind of do a quick look at the front to make sure that they're both equally going up the same amount. And I'm going to pin that. In here. Pinning the same direction the hair just came from. And this hair that's left, I'm going to do a soft braid. Pull it apart because I don't want it to look braided. You don't always have to add that braid, but if you want to see a little bit more texture, that's what helps. And then take my section, pin in the direction just came in. And now take this hair and either braid it or twist it. I'm actually going to just take two pieces and twist. This one. It's not really turning out how it usually does. So this will be a private YouTube to you and not public. Little tease. And this you can also do a soft braid. This is fun. I'll have you try it on the mannequin. It's going to be ugly because it's just not